A very big fight has broken out in the palace, and my people, the reason for this fight is beginning to be very funny. So, if you have been following for quite some time, you would know that Oni's stepmother came out to call out one or two persons, not just one or two persons, he called out all the Oloris in general and blamed them for whatever is happening in the palace right now. And according to what she said, she stated categorically how they are exuding characters that does not show any form of growth for the palace. And at this point, if the Oni insists that they stay out of the palace, she would gratefully second him and she will give him all the support he needs. That the palace is not just about the Oni. That's the part these women are forgetting. The palace encompasses more than the Oni, because even if the Oni does not exist, the palace will exist until a new one is being crowned, and laws and decisions would take place in Ile-Ife until a new one is being crowned. So right now that they have a chance to the Oni and they are behaving reckless, she does not find pleasure in it. And of all the people that were expecting them to reply on this matter, or to even say something, it is Olori Elizabeth that has come out to drag the matter with Oni's stepmother. So what is Elizabeth saying? Elizabeth is saying that Oni's stepmother is a very biased is a very biased human being. Yes, because if she would want to judge right, she is not Oni's biological mother. She is a stepmother, but she is in the palace even after her husband's reign has ended and the son took over. So why are they bent on them leaving the palace by all means when their husband's reign has not even finished? My people, the way these women think, they think so broad and they begin to bring out things that even you yourself would be like, now so now they do because technically speaking, she's trying to tell Oni's mother that if you could survive this long, then why can't we survive like you did? But was she this chaotic during those times? Was she this violent when she was in the palace as the Olori, yes, as a head wife in the palace? Was she this violent? Was she this chaotic? That's another question we need to consider. Because right now, these women, day after day, they tell us that what they are doing is wrong, what they are doing is wrong, but them, what they are doing, is it right? Yes, what they are doing, is it right? We keep on asking day after day, what you people are doing, is it right? Because if we would want to look at these matters in a more elaborate way, trust me, we will be tempted to say that these women should be in fact completely out of honest lives. But we are in no place to judge, neither are we in a place to condemn. So what we keep on doing every day is to elaborate on the matter, and here we are elaborating again today what Olori Elizabeth has come out to tell Oni's stepmother. Now, Elizabeth is the same person who some time ago rose and should we call it a false rumor, or she came out that she's pregnant for the Oni. Yes, we know very well that Elizabeth at some point she refused, she was not going in for IVF because she believes in having a child legally for the Oni than taking in some intro in artificial stuff like that. Um, so from that point, people began believing in who Elizabeth is. If Elizabeth says something in the palace, it will be so joyous to people. Everybody will be happy that Elizabeth. You get that kind of, she started building trust. But before then, we saw how Elizabeth came into the palace after Olori Naomi had left, and at some point she felt she was doing Naomi a favor. We saw how she was trying to build in capacity, trying to help, trying to be there for Naomi, trying to do one or two things. There were days she took Oni to Akure. She was doing a lot of things to see how she could be supportive to the Oni in one way or the other concerning Olori Naomi. But as time passed by, there was a drift. Yes, there was a drift. And this drift we are talking of, it did not just start in a day, it started gradually. When Olori Elizabeth defended Olori Naomi before Ronke and Miriam, and then I think during that period, Oni got her, was it a Range Rover or an SUV? But Oni got her a car, and then the next thing she said was that could this be a gift for defense? Yeah, so that means that if she defends Olori Naomi, then she will be given a gift for doing that. Because so many persons were also asking that, so now if you defend Naomi, they will just buy you a brand new car. Yes, brand new car for it, for defending Naomi. And then she also updated her status during that period, asking that could this be a gift for defense. That was her thank you. So during that period, a lot of persons have concluded that this woman, there's definitely something she's hiding. Yes, and from that point, the progression began. Olori Elizabeth began slacking, and when she came out to say that she's pregnant, they only doubted a lot. Yes, they only doubted a lot because it has happened too frequent in recent times that most of Ooni's wives will come out to tell him that we are pregnant, and then the next thing it is a very big fat lie that nobody is pregnant. They were just faking it. It started with Olori Aderonke. Yes, I don't know what she was hoping to achieve when she told her husband right into his face that I am pregnant. And then after some time, he told him that they have gone in for a scan and it is a boy. And then this kind of joy. This is a titled chief. This is a custodian of the Yoruba culture. No matter what happens, expect him to be happy when you tell him that you are expecting a child. Yes, no matter what happens, expect him to be happy. But then in this case, this woman, it came out all wrong. Yes, she told him, the man began happy. They even did scan. They said it's a boy, of all, a boy. And then the next thing, the woman arose one day and said that she has a miscarriage. And after the miscarriage, they only discovered there was never a pregnancy. And it was heartbreaking. Yes, it was indeed heartbreaking. Because if you are someone who is expectant, all these things can be very, very heartbreaking. Yes, they can be. And that was the state they only found himself in at that point in time. It was very, very heartbreaking for him. And then right now, this same woman is trying to make it seem like they only did a mistake by finding out. They're even trying to blame the Oni for their shortcomings, for their failures, for every single thing they are doing. And then Olori Toby has done her own. Toby is even dragging the Oni for not accepting his children when there is a surrogate mother, there is a DNA test, there is evidence that the children were born. There are so many things flying up and down. My people, we would not conclude, yes, because there is more to this matter coming. Whatsoever has given Elizabeth the leverage to come out for Oni's stepmother, let's wait and see how she would progress in the whole matter. Because right now, get as this matter will be, and get as anything will take happen with these women will take realize say know how this matter supposed end, because technically they are saying that it is not supposed to have an end yet because they are still fighting. Yes, but we pray they come to a realization because it is beginning to be too bad at this point.